A default on the U.S. debt would have devastating consequences for the U.S. economy and the global financial system. It would trigger a chain of events that would undermine confidence, increase borrowing costs, lower credit ratings, and disrupt markets. First, a default would increase interest rates, which would then increase prices and contribute to inflation. Higher interest rates would also make it more expensive for the U.S. government, businesses, and consumers to borrow money. This would reduce investment, spending, and growth. Second, a default would damage the U.S. credit rating, which reflects the ability and willingness of a country to pay its debts. A lower credit rating would signal that the U.S. is a riskier borrower, which would reduce the demand for U.S. Treasuries and other dollar-denominated assets. This would weaken the dollar and erode its status as the world's reserve currency. Third, a default would reduce confidence in the U.S. government and its institutions. It would show that the U.S. is unable to manage its finances and resolve its political differences. This would undermine trust in the U.S. leadership and its role in the global economy. It would also create uncertainty and anxiety among Americans who rely on government payments, such as Social Security and Medicare. Fourth, a default would cause market turmoil and contagion. It would trigger a sell-off of U.S. Treasuries and other assets, which could lead to a liquidity crisis and a credit crunch. It would also affect other countries that hold U.S. debt or trade with the U.S. It could spark a global recession and a financial crisis that would be worse than the one in 2008. The consequences of a default are so severe that many experts consider them unthinkable and unquantifiable. They warn that a default would have long-term implications that could permanently damage the U.S. economy and its reputation. They urge Congress to raise the debt limit as soon as possible and avoid playing with fire. If Congress does not raise the debt limit in time, the Treasury Department will face a difficult and risky situation. It will have to manage its cash flow and prioritize payments with limited and uncertain resources. Here are some of the options that the Treasury could use and why they are not sustainable or desirable.